Hello. Welcome to Teach Yourself Test Automation. And we are teaching ourselves Selenium WebDriver with Java, right? And we are on day 6. Now, day 5 yesterday, we went on Eclipse and we did our first test case around launching a web browser, right? And we launched a Chrome web browser, right? Using Selenium on our Eclipse, right? So I'm going to do other videos around launching Firefox and also launching Safari and the other main browsers, right? And I'm going to leave that on my YouTube channel, which goes by the same name, Teach Yourself Test Automation, right? We are on day 6, and today is about Selenium WebDriver browser and navigation commands, right? So to start with, how to access your WebDriver methods, right? How to access your WebDriver methods. Now, on day 5, if you revisit day 5, there should be a video on top of the web page as well. It would show you how we created our driver. We made our driver as an object, right? So let me go to Eclipse and show you. So we made the driver into an object, right? By doing this, right? So you can revisit day 5 and find out how we created driver as an object, right? And it gives this all the knowledge from WebDriver methods, right? So all you have to do is, once you type your driver as an object and you go dot, that's how you launch, or not launch, but you get all your methods, right? Your WebDriver methods, which you can use to automate your test cases, right? From whatever you want to do, from the web browser commands we're going to see today, and also the navigation commands, right? So I'll take this away for now. So what we did on day 5, I'll just show you if we quickly run it. So we launched our Chrome browser. So we wrote these lines, 2 lines, to launch our Chrome browser, and then I've also fetched the Facebook website. So this is what we've done so far, right? So you saw the Chrome browser got launched there, and then we invoked the Facebook website, right? I'll just close that and I'll open it again. I'll just talk you through it, right? We want to do this fast, right? We don't want to have these videos too long, right? Because some of this stuff is just selecting the methods, right? Right. So that's your Chrome browser launched. Now that's your Facebook web page being launched, right? So that's that, right? So believe me, we've done the hard part, which is launching your Chrome browser, right? So if you understand that better, you just have to go over these 2 steps over and over until you understand how to create the driver as an object, and also how to use the class, the Chrome browser class, and pointing that class to your .exe file, which that endeavors the Chrome browser to be launched as well. Okay, so let's head back to my blog. Right, we've seen how to access WebDriver methods. So Selenium WebDriver browser command, Selenium WebDriver interacts with browsers when automating test cases. You can read all that stuff, right? So we're just going to dive into the various commands, right? Let's go back to Eclipse, right? So we've seen one already, which is your get command, right? So we've already used our get command. If we go, let's take that, comment that out, and then go for driver dot. We're just going to use the dot, the get again, right? So you get a string, right? And in that string you put your value that you want, right? So in here we put the URL we want to launch, which is our Facebook URL, right? So we open another browser, and then we go Facebook. And let's do this one, right? We take this browser, close that one, now drop it in here, right? So we're back to where we were, right? We've launched the Facebook browser, you've seen the get command, right? What's the next one we want to see? And by the way, there are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 6 main browser commands, right? First one is the get command. Next one is get title. So you want to get the page title, right? So I've already just taken that away, but if we, let's say we'll go back to my website, right? The page title of this will be day 6, right? Day 6 web, Selenium WebDriver browser. So that'll be the title of my web page, right? Or that web page. So if it's Facebook, it will say Facebook up there, something along those lines, right? So we want to launch Facebook, so it will say whatever the title is, right? So you go driver dot, and what's the method we want to use? Get. Can you see anyone there that makes sense to you? Get title, right? Now that is also a string. It's not going to split the string in here. Don't forget that. Now you run this, you will not see anything, right? Because it's a get title, and that it doesn't. That's a void, right? So it doesn't return anything within that, within those parameters, right? So in order to see that, you have to use a line, a Java line to print that into your console down there, right? So the Java line goes as system dot out dot print line. Then you want to put it in the brackets, right? Then you want to close those brackets, right? Now that will enable you to see the Facebook title, the browser title for Facebook printed in your console, right? Let's run that. It's straightforward, right? When you get to this is only practice, right? So we're gonna be quite quick on this. So again, it launches the Chrome browser and then launches Facebook right now. So what's the title of this Facebook web page? The title is Facebook login or sign up, right? So if you close that and look into your console, there you go, Facebook login or sign up, right? As easy as that, right? So what's the next one? The next one is you get current URL. Get the current URL, right? So the browser you've just launched, if you want to get that URL for the current browser you've just launched, you go driver dot get current URL. Again, this is a string. Don't forget your right. This is a string. It's not going to return anything in there because that's it. So again, if you want to see what the current URL is, you have to print it in your console, right? And we're going to use this line again, right? So let's just copy that and paste that, right? And don't forget to put that in your brackets again, right? Now if we run that, I'll talk you along as we run it, right? So again, Chrome, we'll not say much of this because I'll be saying that too many times, right? So it launches your Chrome and then it launches your Facebook. Then because we still have the line of printing the title, it prints the title. And then the URL, this is what we should see in your console. Okay, so if you go to your console, there it is right there. Okay, So let's close that. So we have seen get, the get command. We have seen getTitle. We have seen getCurrent URL. Now I want to see well, we want to use the close command, right? The close command. So if you want to close the browser you just activated with your Selenium, right? We just do driver dot, right? Very first one, close. Right? So if we run that, I think you're gonna see a bug right here now, bug or something that. Anyway, I'll talk you through, right? Right, is this gonna launch or is it being very slow? It's very slow, right? So when this invokes Chrome, it invokes two tabs, right? Pay attention, right? And then it launches a Facebook, right? So I have the close command. You close one of this, right? Because it's closing the current browser, right? And leaves the other one. So I still have to figure out why it invokes two Chrome browsers, right? And but the close method will only close one of those browsers. Say if there were 6 browsers opened during your test, right? You're using 6 browsers, right? It will only close the most current browser, right? That's what close command does, right? In order to close all the browsers that you've been opened by your test cases through Selenium, by using Selenium, you have to use another method which is called, what do you think? Let's go down here. What do you think? Down here, quit, right? So we comment this one out, and you see what I've just told you. It closes all the current browsers that have been opened using your Selenium automated test cases, right? So you watch that, the Chrome, 2 tabs, I'm open there, treats this as 2 browsers, right? The other one, Facebook opened, so now it closes both, right? So it closes both browsers, even though they are 2 tabs, right? It treats them as both browsers, as browsers. I mean, active web pages, right? So that's what quit does, right? So we've seen close, we've seen quit, and sometimes people want to see the page source, right? I don't know if you know anything about the page source, right? But let's launch another website. Let's go on BBC. Now let's stick with Facebook, right? Because that's what we are looking at just now. Now, if you want to do your page source manually, right? You right click on the page, on the web page, and you go to view page source, right? And then you see all this gobbledygook. Gobbledygook. My browser is quite slow. I mean, yeah, the reaction on here. So all this gobbledygook in here, right? Some people are interested in this, right? So probably developers, people who develop web pages, right? So let's see, let me see if there's any what do we call keywords? Keywords. No, none of that stuff. Anyway, some people use this stuff, right? So if you want to use Selenium to retrieve this from a web page, right? So we want to retrieve it from our Facebook page, right? So all you have to do is, let's comment this out, quit. And we go driver. You're getting used to this, right? Dot. Oh, no command. Dot. Get. Start your page. So we get page source. Again, don't forget your yeah. So again, you'll not see this anywhere. If you run this, I'll run it and show you. In order to see the page source, you have to print it in your console again, right? So let's just run it for now. Right, slow again. Right. Anyway, so that's that. Refreshed again to my pages. Anyway, so we don't see anything anywhere, right? So if we put this again in our print command, right? System dot output dot print line, and we put our, let's just open the string and close it for me. So I'll just do this, close that, excuse me, and then we run that. Okay, run that. Before we run that, let's close this. Well, let's just run it. So we are printing three things out there, right? The title, the current URL, and the Facebook page source. Right? So just run that. Right, so we launched our Facebook. Let's wait for that to get refreshed. And now it's refreshed and it's printed all that stuff in your console, right? So in your console at the top, at the very first top, maybe that was too much to put in all in there, right? That was too much. Right. Yep, that was just too much to put all in there. Right. But there you get the idea, right? So that's that for our web browser commands, right? So now we want to see your navigation commands, right? So navigation commands are just three commands, three basic commands, right? So it's navigating forward, back, and refreshing the page, right? So we'll see that very quickly, right? Again, we launched our Chrome browser, we launched our Facebook, right? So if we use the back command, we should go from Facebook onto our Chrome browser. And if we launch the forward command, or if we use the forward command, we should go from our Chrome browser to our page, Facebook page, right? And if we use the refresh, the page should just flicker a bit, right? So we'll just do three at the same, I mean, we'll just use all three at the same time, right? Because I don't want to be using one and then run and see the other, right? So we'll just do driver, you get used to this, driver dot. Now what you want to do is, because it's a navigation command, you will driver dot navigate, and again you want to say dot. So you have back, you've got forward, and you've got page refresh, right? So that's the three most common, right? So let's go backwards because we're going to be on Facebook page. So we're going to go back to the Chrome browser, and then we're going to go again, driver dot navigate dot forward, right? Right? Easy as that, right? And again, you can do this one now, can't you? Driver dot refresh. Nope, you have to go navigate because we're using the navigate commands, right? I just forgot that, right? Dot refresh, right? Now we want to run this. You just pay close attention to that, right? So we're going to run this. Again, I would like to click, see, there you go. So we've launched the Chrome browser, and then the Facebook, and then we'll go back to Chrome browser. Keep watching. So that page will be refreshed. Once it's refreshed, we'll come back to the Chrome browser, and then we'll go to the Facebook. So we'll go to Facebook, and then it flickers, right? There you go. That was a wee flicker there, right? You seen that wee flicker, right? We'll try and run it again so that you can see the wee flicker. It's called the page refresh at the end, right? Let's run it again because this time probably might be a little bit faster. Maybe not. We'll just see, right? So there we go. Let's come from Chrome to Facebook. Then we'll go back to Chrome. There you go. And then back to Facebook. And then when that stops, you see we flicker here. Load, flicker. There you go. That was the flicker, right? So thank you very much, and that was day 6. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Comments very welcome. Feel free to read around my blog, and thanks. It's straightforward, getting straightforward for me as well. There's very little things I've found that have been very challenging, so just keep watching, right? And thanks very much for following along, and hopefully you're getting as much value out of this as I am, right? I am finding it very fascinating. Okay, so thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and click the bell icon so you get the videos as I put them out. Okay, I'll try and keep these videos short, but again, time, right? You just have to do things the way they pan out, right? Okay, so thank you very much again for watching, and see you in day 7. Bye.